The farmers?
Somehow there. Like, there's this house here. We have the house here. But now from here to Aluzimbis, all that is maize. That is ours because it's attached to us.
Okay.
But that's maize for the cows.
Right.
Oh.
Out of 1,000,000,000 hearts I found you, led by the Lord in all we do. In every prayer, in every plan, we're walking forward hand in hand. Nakupenda sana, this love is true. God wrote this story, me and you.
Hello friends, and welcome back to our channel. We are so happy that you keep coming back. This is the Muendo's Escapades. If you're new here, my name is Twyla, and this is my husband Elijah. We are thankful. If you're not new here, we are thankful that you all keep coming back. And for your support with liking, sharing, commenting, even hyping the videos, our channels. We are very, very grateful for that. Today's video, we want to talk about the different cultures. I am from America and living here in Kenya. So we've had questions about the different cultural ways we do things here versus in America. So we thought we'd sit down and talk about that one.
There are those things that we've been finding that we have difference. We have difference in how we do them.
We thought we would start with is the housing around here, or the homes. You find that every home, especially in town or in the more populated places, you have your house and then they have walls or security, like a premise. Security around the premises.
Or perimeter walls. Here we call them perimeter walls. Yeah, or fencing. Yeah, around your home.
So why do you do that?
Yeah, okay. Here I think we do that for security purpose. Secondly, for seclusion. Like you just want to, you don't want to expose your family and what you're doing in there. You just want to, to seclude your family. And even sometimes up country, you find that, like now where I come from, our home is surrounded with some trees. We have some trees, some fencing of trees around.
So like it's trees, but then you also have like bushes, thorny bushes.
Yeah, thorny bushes
between the trees that makes more like a fence.
So now, with that, now you find that your home is not visible from outside, like.
And it keeps the people off.
Yeah, mostly. But keeping the people off, it doesn't mean that we are not welcoming. So
right, the unwanted people. Like, okay, so I heard if you don't put a fence around your land, and people start just walking through it as a shortcut,
they might make it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I remember that because there is a time at our home there was a certain
area.
a very small road there. And yeah, and I remember people used to pass by there every other time, and they would trespass in our
into your land.
yeah in our land. Yeah, so and those are some of the things that, and once they start that, you cannot stop them. Yeah, you cannot stop them
Because
you
it make like a footpath.
yeah
And the more you travel there, the more you make a footpath.
yeah, and they
And so
yeah and
people will be walking past and like, here's a footpath, let's take this footpath.
yes
Yeah.
and also it gets to a point that you find that it's like now they are owning that road.
Yeah.
It's like now, even if now maybe for instance maybe you go and try now to block it. They might be, hey, you are blocking our way and all that. Not remembering that is your land they are trespassing on.
So
Yeah.
you find that if you buy a piece of land in up country, there's no fencing around it. You soon want to put a fence around it so that they don't do that one. Yeah. But for us in America, you don't do that. Like so when you find a fence, a premises wall around the place, it's maybe because they have small children and your home is close to the road. So now you put a fence around it to keep the children off the road.
Oh.
Or even if they have a problem with maybe the neighbors,
Right.
and they want some privacy, they'll just put a fence up between the two homes. If you're like in a tight neighborhood, they'll put a fence up between the two houses for a bit of privacy.
And which kind of fence maybe?
Like a wooden fence.
Oh, wooden fence.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's not you know like now,
not like the brick walls.
Yeah, like now what we have here, it's a can I call it permanent?
Yeah,
It's a
would be more
permanent.
permanent.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because I remember sometimes when you are up country there, you would call me and I would see some like just from your home, I would see some vehicles passing by on the road there. So I'm like,
yeah, you can be seen. You can. Yeah, we don't have the problems. See, most people they have their own cars. They're not walking everywhere like they do here.
Right.
So we don't have problems of people walking through your property or anything. They know they need to stay off because if you're trespassing, you can get in big trouble if you know with the law that you're trespassing on somebody's property. Even they'll have like big dogs sometime that if you're trespassing, the dogs can attack you.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you want to be careful with that one. And even like in town, if you find people are walking in town, you have sidewalks to walk on.
Oh.
You don't yeah.
No,
You don't
not
walk on
walk
somebody's lawn. That's disrespectful. Yeah.
Right. Wow. That is interesting. That is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So here mostly you find people they have those walls. And actually there are also some people that you find that they have walls, they have the brick walls, and after brick walls they do another fencing, another live fencing.
Oh.
Yeah, like the one that we saw in the that day there. Remember?
In that video.
Yeah. So there is that the brick fencing.
Yeah.
And then after that they do
the bushes, the shrubs.
Yeah, sure.
That one was nice.
Yeah.
So then it comes to along with the homes, gardening. Like so here in where we are living, we have some small gardens that they call kitchen gardens,
Mm.
where you can have maybe some peppers, your greens like kale, spinach, terere, tomatoes, just some small things like that. But now, if you want to do, now you're supposed to be talking about your your culture, and I talk about my culture.
Yeah, so now I'm waiting for you now to finish up about here. So then now I can get into.
Hmm. Sorry.
Yeah,
You talk
I don't
about
want to
it.
interject you when you're
Sorry.
talking.
I get ahead of myself.
Okay.
So now
Mhm.
you continue.
Yeah, so guys, this is a town. This is town. So yeah, like yeah, we call this one town.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, but then so yeah, basically we just have kitchen gardens.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what's up uh, within the towns.
Mm.
But then when you go to up country, you will find that
Up country being like the villages.
yeah, the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, the village. You'll find that there is a very big land there. Yeah, a very big land that we till. Actually, right now it's a rainy season. These we are on a long rain seasons.
Yeah, for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but normally they go from because they started in uh, at the end of
February.
February, and so February to May, around May, so around that period. So it's a bit longer period of having rains. Yeah, so up country right now, or in villages right now, they are planting. And so there we have big shambas. We have big gardens there. Yeah, and something that is very interesting is that okay, you may find that some gardens are around home, and also you might find that there are some gardens that are not around home.
So you're saying like in the country or in the village,
In the village,
like if you have a home,
yeah,
if you live in the village,
yes,
you might find there's some gardens there.
yes,
Or you might find that they have to go some kilometers for their gardens.
yeah. Okay, let's say for instance, you see now our home now, the garden that we have at home.
Yeah.
So now that garden, it's near home. But then you find that there is another garden somewhere else where there is no
like on the other side of the mountain.
yeah, like on the other side of the mountain, or any other side of, or in other place that is
own.
yeah, that is also we own it, and it is ours. So only what you have to do is just to put a fencing on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now, so that maybe now when you plant it, maybe
people aren't getting
into it, and or animals they ain't
Oh,
getting into
yeah.
it to eat your produce there.
Yeah. So now, when you have big shambas like that, what happens with all like you're planting a lot of what?
Okay, normally it's just normal foods that we plant here,
Like
maize.
maize. Maize is corn.
Yeah, maize and beans, different kind of beans, and all peas and all those. Yeah, so basically you find that they are just normal foods that we use around here.
Tomatoes, onions,
Yeah, tomatoes, onions, but then you see, growing up, we did not grow up planting onions and tomatoes and all that.
Oh,
Yeah, actually,
you would buy those ones.
yeah, I will buy those ones.
Okay.
But now, later on now, as we grow up, now some people now introduced it to our
on
place.
how to do it.
Yeah, but now they cannot do it. So now, right now, they cannot plant them in shambas. So
Why?
what they do, because okay, normally we have grown knowing that shambas are not for planting those ones. Shambas are for planting the food that can sustain you for a long period of time. And you see also, and you see also now, our place sometimes it's very dry.
So shambas,
Mhm.
they're for maize, because
Yeah.
here
Mhm.
the maize or the corn
Yeah.
is like a dry corn.
Mhm.
It's not the sweet corn like America. So you find that they pick the corn,
Mhm.
they dry it on the cobs, then they
Oh.
take it and they take it off and they use it for like kideri, which is like beans and corn. They grind it for ugali, like cornmeal.
Yeah.
So you're saying the shambas are for like the maize, the beans, all of those different beans.
Yeah, all the different beans, and yeah, and maybe things like pumpkins, things like sweet what they are called sweet what? Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah, you find others are planting also cassavas
So those the
and
ones
some
that
fruits also.
the ones that can be stored for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Where the onions, they can be stored for a long period.
Yeah, but you see, even right now, if you go like home, even for those now people who plant the nini, plant those vegetables.
Yeah.
They don't do onions.
Oh.
They only do maybe the kales. They do some of them. They do cabbage, but cabbage doesn't come well over there.
So
Yeah, and
you're saying like the different areas of
Yeah.
Kenya, they grow things differently.
Right.
Like at home,
Right.
you can't grow cabbage and
Yeah.
onions.
Yeah.
But you might
cannot.
find in another
Right.
village, those things can grow nicer.
Right. Right.
Oh.
Right. And actually here, okay, here in Kenya, we plant in different seasons. And you find that there are some areas, like now we have areas that are called Rift Valley regions and Western regions. When those people around there, when they plant their corn, their corn stay almost a year
In the
They-
ground.
like before they harvest.
Aye.
They stay longer.
Wow.
You see, for us, it's only you plant corn and it's only 3 months, and then you get to harvest your corn, right?
Yeah.
But now that they have, most of them they do only one, they plant only once a year. But now their harvests are huge.
Oh.
Their harvests are huge because actually those are the places that mostly we get the the food for the food for the country. I can say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are like we call them the backbone.
Ah,
The backbone of our country because they
the Rift Valley.
yeah.
See.
So but for our place it's 3 months and then your corn is ready. You harvest it.
I see.
Yeah.
For America, the growing months, so like they would start planting in April, I think, and they would like the early things, like maybe broccoli, lettuce, some the peas, those early things. And then May, June, you start planting like the tomatoes, the onions, the corn, like those things. And so you plant them all. Now you have your garden in your home, like by your home there, by the house.
Yeah.
So you can plant them there, and you're planting everything. Like I grew up planting the French beans, the peas, the onions, the tomatoes, the corn, the potatoes. Like we planted everything. And then you also in the fall, coming August to October, you're harvesting things, and
Alright.
you're like canning it and putting it in the freezer
Mm.
so it can sustain you
Uh,
through the winter.
mhm. Okay, so now you see here,
Uh-huh.
here we don't have freezers.
Yeah, I know.
So
Here
so
you
what we
don't
do
have.
here, okay, like now our place, we have something that are called galleries.
Mm.
Galleries. So we put our produce in galleries. So after you harvest, after when the dry season comes and you now get them out of the shamba. Now you put them in sacks,
Okay.
and after putting them in sack,
And
now
that
you
one is mostly what? Like, can you
yeah,
do the cabbage that way?
no, cabbage you cannot
Just
do
like the
that way.
beans, the
Yeah,
maize.
the beans and mince only
Oh.
those ones. Yeah, because those are the if you hear like here saying talking about food, those are the things that we term them as food, because those are the most common.
Okay, so now
Eh,
through the dry season,
mhm.
where do the tomatoes, the onions,
Do
where do all those ones,
Mhm.
ho-hos, where do those ones come from?
So the ho-hos and all those ones. You see, there are people that they have some streams of water around them, so they do it, or even at the river near our village there.
Yeah.
So there are some people that plant along that river.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they can grow all year round.
yeah. So when you have maybe when you have a land maybe along that river,
Yeah.
yeah, you can actually there now you can plant everything. Now there it's where now you can plant the kales, you can plant the tomatoes. Yeah, you can plant most of the vegetables. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right. But then something else also I want to add on that is that here you find that there are some, like in our Rift Valley, as I have told you, um, mostly they plant using the tractors.
Oh.
They plant using the tractors. But at home we plant using the oxen and plow. We plow through the oxen and
Yeah, because the Rift Valley, they are doing it in a bigger scale.
yeah, in a bigger scale.
So
Yeah, and the lands there, they are very big. Yeah, they have lots of hectares of land there. Yeah, so that also some of the difference of
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Farming. How do
Mhm.
you all do farming? Like your animals?
Mhm.
So for us in America, for farming, you have the barn
Mhm.
where the animals can stay like through the cold season, where it's snow and rain or snow and ice.
Mhm.
But then also you find that there's a piece of land that's attached to the farm, to the barn, with a fence around it. So now when it's in the summer and the grass is coming,
Yeah.
you will leave the cows out in the pasture, is what we call it, the pasture. So now they can eat the grass out there. The cows, the sheep, the goats, the whatever you have it's in a fenced
Right.
area that's attached to your land that your house is on. Yeah.
For me, when I was growing up, I grew up like adding like
Herding the animals.
yeah, animals. Yeah, like I would just wake up in the morning, I take my breakfast. Just after my breakfast,
What time would you?
mostly by 8.
By 8.
Yeah, mostly by 8 the animals should be out.
Okay.
You should go and look after the animals, because in around our land there, because you will find that some homes they have just not that much of the herds. You get, so you find that they can tie them. They can just go around and just tie them somewhere
Okay.
where there is pasture.
So now, how do you keep them at home overnight?
Overnight. Okay, overnight we keep them in that stump.
Stable.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a
called stable. Yeah, maybe
yeah
something like that.
shelter or something.
Yeah, we do some shelter. You just fence around, or whichever kind of fencing that you want to do. Yeah, with some
like tree branches.
yeah,
or
tree
what?
branches, but they're not only tree branches, but branches with thorns.
Oh.
Yeah, because that is security.
Oh.
So you put the thorny branches around and then now that will be the shelter now.
That's where they stay overnight.
Yeah, that's where they stay overnight. And you find that mostly even we don't cover, like we don't put
a roof.
like a roof or what.
Oh.
We don't put that. Yeah, they are just in there and all that. Yeah, so even sometimes you find that they need the like cows, goats, sheep, all of them.
They're all in one place.
They're all in one place.
Okay.
Yeah, but then also there are some that also you find that the place for cows, the place for goat and sheep, or maybe this is the place for the goat and that place for the sheep, according to how you
the
like
family
it.
likes it.
Yeah.
So then you will take them through the day. You'll do what? You'll take them to the grass or
Yeah.
out somewhere.
Yeah, you take them to grass, but of course you have to take them to grass in your land, not in someone else's land, in your land. Or maybe in your land, or maybe a land that you have leased.
Leased
Yeah.
or rented.
Yeah, rented. Yeah, so you take them there, they eat from there. Then probably now maybe when maybe around 12 or 1, you take them to the river. They take water. Yeah, and then you bring them home.
So now, like here in town, you'll see herds of goats, cows.
Yeah.
Sometimes just wandering through by themselves.
Yeah.
Those are what?
Yeah. Okay. There are, I don't know, but actually, even I've never seen that one at our home when I was growing up. I just came to see that when I came around town. So I would see, like, if it's goats, they have no one. They are alone. Cows, they are alone. They are going to find food and
Yeah, you'll find them in the market.
Yeah, in the
Even the big
market.
cows. You'll find the big cows in the market
Yeah.
where they have the piles of trash, food scraps, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just rooting around in there, finding food to eat.
Then there are some that know how to trace their way back home.
Yeah.
And there are some that you find them, they are just sleeping by the road there. Yeah, so
Even I remember in 2020, in a junction out here, there was at least 4, if not 5 cows. One big cow was laying in the middle of the road. The other 3, 4 cows were standing around it, even a calf. And the cars, they were just driving around the cows. They were standing in the middle of the road.
They couldn't get out of the road.
Yeah, no. So all the cows, they were just driving around this big herd of cows in the middle of the highway.
Yeah.
That one you will not find in America. If there's cows on the road, you find the owner, or you call the state trooper. They come out and they find the owner and put the cows back into the pasture.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah.
living expenses. How much does an average person make? Like, how do you get paid? So for America, you get paid we get paid per hour, mostly. Most places pay you per hour. So if you work 8 hours, you're getting paid
a certain amount.
I'm just going to say $12 an hour, 8 hours a day. And you work 5 days a week, and then you get paid every 2 weeks. So now your paycheck has 2 weeks of 40 hours on it, paid by $12 an hour. So you find that in 1 month, you're getting 2 paychecks.
Right.
How is that? How is salary figured out here? And how often do you and when do you get paid?
Okay, here it depends on the field that you're working or where you're working.
Even
Yep.
that's how it is in America, depending where you're working, if you're a male or a female, what kind of a job it is, it depends how they pay you. Yeah.
So here also it depends, because here you find that if you're working for government, there is that salary that you expect every other month. When you are working for government, either as a security personnel, as a teacher, as a doctor, yeah, maybe you're as engineers, so you know how much you will be expecting per every month.
So here,
Now you come the other side, you find that you're not working for government, you are working for a company that is owned by someone. So there, now it has to be negotiable. Like, yeah, you negotiate your salary now.
oh,
Understand?
yeah.
Yeah, you negotiate your salary until now you get to a point whereby you agree. See? So now that's how now you get to be paid.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it goes on here.
Okay. So you get paid how often a month?
Okay, it depends. It depends, because you find some people are paid on a daily basis, and you find some also are paid on a weekly basis, and there are some that are on permanent pay. Here, permanent pay, it means that you getting paid on monthly basis.
Okay.
Yeah, but now if you're paid every day or weekly, that you are termed as a casual worker. Yeah, because now you find that when you are a casual worker, you find that whenever the job is not much, you can you can go home and wait until now the work resumes again. But now for the person who is on a permanent pay, they continue going for the work, or even if they don't go for work, they are still getting paid. Yeah, you understand that? Yeah, they are still getting paid. But you casual, if you are not at work, you cannot get paid. Yes, that's how it happens here.
So about how much can, like a permanent worker, you as a permanent worker, how much would you be?
How much would you get?
Yeah. So actually, I just thought about it. There's a store not far from here. They were offering a position as a cashier from 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. they would pay you 10,000 Kenyan
Kenyan
shillings a month.
shillings.
And you don't have any life. You're working Monday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 10
To
p.m.
10.
And you're getting less than $100 a month.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that one seemed way too nini, extreme. Ama?
Yeah, you know sometimes, like, hey, sometimes you find that getting jobs, sometimes you find that it's hard and all that. So there are some people who take an advantage of the desperate people.
Yeah.
Or the desperate, maybe it might be a young person, or maybe yeah older
Somebody
person.
that is desperate for a job.
Somebody that is desperate for a job. And because now you see that, you figure out, and you're like, oh, I've been looking for a job for all this while, and now a chance has come. So you won't mind about the time and all that. But then later on, after now you get
soon
job,
get
and
burned out.
you continue. That's when now you will be realizing, hey, for real, what I am doing, it's very exhausting. It's very exhausting. Yeah. So for you find that even there are some people who are paid as like they are paid on a daily basis. They are paid 300 Kenya shillings. There are people that are getting that on a daily basis. But because you have nothing else to do, and you still need something, because that's why actually most of the people around, they live from hand to mouth. Nothing else. Just only that. They don't even sometimes people, you find that parents, they really struggle a lot to educate their children.
With the salary being so low, the living expenses. Okay, I can't. I want to say they are low here too, which they are compared to America. They are low. But here it's hard. Imagine, like, people are struggling with to make something so they can eat. Like Benzi said, you're eating,
Right.
you're living from hand to mouth. But yeah, so for rent, how much is a bed sitter usually? A bed sitter, and I will just, like, you can say how much it is per Kenyan shilling, and then I will just put it here on the screen how much it is US dollar.
USD. So here you find that bed sitters, they vary according to size of the house, and also according to the location.
So a bed sitter is usually a bedroom with like, how is a bed sitter?
Okay, a bed sitter is it's just a one room, that you can find. In that one room, there is what? There is washrooms. Washrooms are inside.
The toilet or a bathroom.
Yeah, the toilets and bathroom, they are inside. That
one room.
Yeah, that one room. And then also it has some just a small place, like a kitchen.
Counter.
Yeah, like a kitchen. You have your sink there. You have your kitchen cabinet there. Yeah, only that. That is what a bed sitter is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you find that maybe now in bed sitter you don't have to get out for maybe a short call, long call. You have to use it in your
short call. Your long call is your bathroom runs.
in your in your house. Yeah, I lived in one, and there is one that I was paying 4,000, and there is another one that I was paying 4,500. Yeah, 4,500.
Okay.
But there are some babysitters that go up to 10,000.
Aye.
Up to 10,000.
Those are the real nice bed sitters.
Okay, it depends on the location.
Oh,
It depends on the
yeah,
location.
that
There
makes
is some
sense.
there is some hood that you go there and you find that, oh, this is a classy hood around.
Hood, a state or
Hood is just
neighborhood.
a neighborhood. There, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that you find that it's, yeah, it's very classy. It's for the rich people on the.
So,
Yeah.
so a 1-bedroom cost how much?
There is a 1 bedroom that can cost 6,000. One bedroom that can cost from 6,000 to even 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
A month.
A month. Yeah.
And so then for electricity, how do you figure how does electricity bills here work? Because actually I should say our living expenses for rent in America, again, it depends the state, the area, the size of house you're living in. So my 1-bedroom apartment that I was renting, it should have been 650 US dollars. So when I left, I think they were also charging 725 for a 1-bedroom apartment a month. But those, I think those ones were cheaper. You can pay like up to 1,000 or more for a nice 2-3 bedroom apartment. But now for housing, it can be, depends again on what size house and where you're renting. Can be like 800 or 1,000, $1,100.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then electricity, the way they pay electricity in America is you have a meter outside your house, and it keeps track of how much electricity you use. So now at a certain day of the month, towards the end, the utility people come out and they read the meter. They calculate it, they send you a bill. For my apartment, I was paying, can I remember? I think it was about $20-$30 a month. But I know for like my parents, they can pay up to 200 or more.
Wow.
For a month for electricity, because they have bigger housing and a lot more appliances in their houses, and they have more buildings that are using the electricity.
Right.
And then for gas, they do the same thing. If you're using the gas for, like in America, they have to heat their houses. So you will find that I think most places will use gas to heat their houses, or if you have a gas cook stove, they keep track of that one, just like the electricity. And then you had to pay that one on how much you used last month.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, but here I don't think. Okay. Yeah, about electricity. Yeah, about electricity, you find that you might have that meter
Okay.
that you pay electricity after you've spent. And also there is another way through the tokens. We call them tokens. You first pay, then you use. You first pay, then you use what you paid. Yeah, so And after what you have paid, it's finished. Now your electricity is cut off until you pay it again. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, so depending how much
Mm.
you want to spend
Yeah,
for
depending
that
on
month's electricity is how much you can pay. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And then gas, how is gas for like the cooker here?
Mhm. Okay, here you see, there are most of people that don't use electricity for their stoves. They used only the gas cylinders, and there is a we call it what? There is
The gas burner.
yeah, a gas burner. So we have those ones. So you find that you have that container and the gas burner. So you don't need electricity to do it, unless now you buy the
the cooker stove we do.
Yeah, the cooker stove, but
So
like that
we have a gas cooker stove, but the oven is electricity. And so we kind of need if we want to use the oven, we need the electricity.
Yeah.
But so for us, for our gas cooker, we have a big cylinder. It's a how many? 13 liter.
Yeah, that is 13 kgs, I think so.
Oh, 13 kgs. And that one costs how much to refill it?
That one, to refill it, it cost last time I spent 2200. Okay. 2200.
Okay.
Yes.
But that one, it can last us for what? 4-5 months.
It's really,
Yeah.
it really gives us some good service. Yeah.
For the gas that's in America, if you want a gas for your gas stove, your heat in the house, you have pipelines that are coming to the house. And then you just connect your stove to that pipeline and your heater. So that's how the gas gets to the house. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, so those are different things.
Yeah.
Those are different. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and those differences are very what?
Yeah. Like for me, I've lived here, I know, I just know.
Yeah, so for
I
you,
don't
it's not
think,
a big shock and all that.
yeah, so I don't think about talking about them too intensely. And even you saw when we were talking about the gardens or the shambas, I was like, oh, really? Like, and he's like, yeah, it's just a normal thing. It's how you do it. Anyhow, about Christmases, that's another huge cultural difference. The way the two countries celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
And for you other people, viewers from other countries, you'll have to tell us in the comments how your country celebrates Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Because that one, this was my first year here for Christmas last year. And it was a bit of a cultural, so I come from my country. You start putting out they go crazy. The stores will start putting Christmas things out in September. October.
In October.
They'll start putting Christmas things out on their store shelves to sell the decorations and all that one. And people, so we have Thanksgiving in November.
Yeah.
November, the fourth Thursday of November is Thanksgiving for all of America. And even some people are decorating maybe a bit before Thanksgiving, but immediately after Thanksgiving, usually is when they start decorating for Christmas.
Yeah.
You start cooking. all kinds of cookies. You have so many different kinds of cookies. You make so many different kinds of candies. And it's just a big party for the whole month of December. And you go to Christmas parties. And you have a lot of food there. A bunch of food. All of Christmas. You have Christmas lights everywhere. Like when they decorate for Christmas, they will put Christmas lights all around their houses, inside and outside. You have Christmas music playing even before Thanksgiving. You have, like, it's a festivities all of December. And then you go to your husband's side of the family and you have gifts exchange. You have food for a whole day. Games and everything. Now you go to your side of the family. You have the same thing another day.
Yeah.
Or even to maybe your grandparents and my grandparents. And now you have your family Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Actually, I remember in November last year. So she was telling me, hey, after you call it what? Thanksgiving, no?
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving, they have Thanksgiving for the whole country.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving, I should look to see what year it started, but it was the Pilgrims that started it.
Okay.
At the end of the November, at the end of the harvest season, they had a day of Thanksgiving, and it's when they gave thanks for God's provision of the blessings of the harvest that they had that year.
Wow. Yeah, seeing something like that, it's just here we don't do something like that. Okay, yeah, in on Christmas, we just get on Christmas mood. Yeah, let's say just maybe some few weeks to Christmas. Yeah, some few weeks to Christmas. You know, when we were, I don't know, things really are very changing. Are changing kabisa here. Because when I was growing up, we'd close schools in around November. In the beginning of November, maybe that time we'll close schools. And so now, after closing the schools, now your mind will be like, oh, we are now going for celebrations and Christmas and all that. Like there was always that mood. Yeah, but nowadays you find that there is no that
excitement.
Yeah, that excitement and all that. So here actually people they begin now, maybe if it's buying things about stuff about Christmas, just some few weeks or 1 week, 2. Yeah, and I wonder because now right here Christmas is not celebrated as the way I grew up being like seeing it celebrated.
Even one of our friends was telling me that Christmas is not like it used to be here.
Yeah, because actually that time you'd find like everyone want to wear new clothes. Everyone want to do, because here we really we really value chapatis. Some food called chapatis and rice and some good food that you don't just cook them any other day or every day. Yeah, but right now you find that like it's just Christmas and that's all. The Christmas is gone.
Christmas Day comes, you do your little celebration and you go.
Yeah.
So
even gifting, about gifting. Hey, you know, by the way, on Christmas, Murembo was asking me, Eti, what are we going to buy for the gifting of your people and all that?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do you mean? What do you mean gift?
I didn't want to go empty-handed.
Ah, okay, here it isn't a must that you buy in anything for gift or that. What you just do, okay, what normally we do, or I have been doing, you just find you do a good shopping.
Rice,
You do a good shopping and
sugar,
yeah,
oils,
like
your main staple food that you would need in the house. Salt.
Maybe some things, or maybe you can ask from home. Okay, what you don't have, what they don't have, so that you can find it for them.
I forgot to mention scores.
Schools.
Stores and schools.
Uh-huh.
So for Thanksgiving, the schools are out for like 1 week over Thanksgiving. Then they return back to school about 2 weeks over Christmas and New Year's. 2 to 3 weeks they have school break.
Okay.
And now stores, they change their hours. Like for Christmas Eve, they close early. Everybody is closed on Christmas Day. If you go out on Christmas Day, you cannot find a store or a hotel. Hotels being restaurants open. Maybe 1 or 2 small ones. But even gas petrol stations, they're closed on Christmas Day. Yeah, everybody is off. Except for like now maybe the hospitals, nursing homes.
What about the security and all the police?
The police, you might have some here and there that are out. But like for stores, you can't. Even the big supermarket that is open 24/7, Walmart, they close down Christmas Day till midnight on Christmas Day after Christmas.
Now they open.
But here, one of our friends, I was like, so, are you working on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day? He goes, yeah, I have to. He was opening his store on Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve evening. He was opening it. And people, they don't close their stores. Like, I'm sure if we would have gone to a nanny's on Christmas Day, they would have been open.
Yeah, they open.
The supermarkets. Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It's just, like Mpenzi was saying, and our friends, like, she's like, Christmas is not celebrated like they used to be. Do you think it's because of the economy?
Yeah, sometimes I think the I don't know
you
whether
have to work so hard to get a little bit of money to feed yourself without a holiday. So now even when a holiday comes, it's just you can't get that extra money.
And now you see here, just after Christmas, you remain with only 1 week for only 1 week for students to go back to school. Understand?
Yeah.
So this sometimes comes with some pressure, because now you have to have money for your celebration for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And then also you need money
to send your children
to send your children to school. And now when sending your children to school for after New Year, there are some lot of things that need to be bought.
Yeah.
A lot of books, pens, like
clothes,
clothes and all that.
Schools, you have to have a certain uniform. You have your school uniform to wear. And you have to have at least 2. At least 2. And those ones are not cheap.
Yeah.
Those uniforms are not cheap. If you send your child to school without a uniform, they get sent home, Mama.
Children, they cannot go to school without the uniform. And and also books, like those kind of books, and those things are very expensive. So you find that a parent or most of the people, they are choosing just to work instead of just letting that day go. But then mostly you find that they don't work the whole of the day. They work a certain certain hours,
amount of hours.
and then they go home.
Yeah, and even shoes. They have certain shoes that they have to wear for school. It's not just your sneakers, your sneakers. Skechers, Under Armour, or New Balance, or Nike. You have a certain shoe you have to go pick. It's a and those ones aren't cheap either.
So wow, it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
In America, you don't have. So some of the schools they will have uniforms, like or even like a certain dress code. Like you can't wear shirts that have writing on it,
Right.
and you have to wear like a certain length of trousers or skirts or whatever. I just know of one school that has uniforms. But you can just go, like, you have to be neat and tidy. You don't have to have certain uniforms for school.
Oh wow.
So anyhow, anything else you want to add? Those are all the different cultural things that we thought of to talk about today. If you all think of anything else, just drop it in the comment.
Yeah, sure.
I know we want to talk sometime about the different foods. We've been shopping and I'm like, what about this? And he's like, that one is for Nini. And I'm like, So there's different ways they eat food. They don't eat certain foods because it's for certain people, or they don't eat the food a certain way because of this and whatever. So sometime I think it'd be nice to sit down and make that video.
Yeah. And here there are some foods that you can mention. And after mentioning that food, you are like, you hear like, oh, you are from this tribe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that will be fun to talk about too.
Oh yeah.
But if you think of any other cultural differences that you'd like to hear us expound on,
drop it on the comment section, guys, and we will come on it head on.
Or certain foods you want us to talk about in that food video, just let us know. And I think sometime Pansy wants to sit down and talk more about the way he grew up and maybe a bit about how I grew up, the different ways
of growing up. Right. Wow. So guys, we really appreciate. Thank you so much, guys. You guys, you're amazing people.
Yes.
You're amazing people, and we love you guys because you are our family. And whenever you are even dropping comments there, whenever we are seeing you hyping our channel, whenever we are seeing you celebrating us, we feel that love from you guys. We feel we have a family that is holding us. We are not alone. So we really appreciate you guys.
Yes. So you all take care, and we will catch you in the next video.
Right.
See ya.
See you. Adios, guys. Bye.
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 You are my